Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. So, Leo, doing a December reading. It's still November. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. But let's face it, we're all busy for the holidays, blah, blah, blah. Just getting a head start on all this. So, if you're not familiar, I use 3 decks of cards, okay? I have a deck of cards for person A, their foundation, advice. I have a separate deck for person B, foundation and advice. And then I have another deck of cards that I use for the situation, recent past, the present, likely outcome. Okay? I like using 3 decks for a few reasons, but one thing I love about it is it just gives extra clarity. You know what I mean? I don't have to interpret different cards different ways. They're all there for everybody. So, Leo, I gotta say, not a huge fan of the reading here, but I'm gonna go ahead and go over everything. I'm always shocked at how often I feel like person A is typically the viewer. I haven't done that many readings, but more often than not, this side seems to be who I think the viewer is. Now, Leo, whether this is you or a cross-watcher, doesn't matter. The viewer, I feel like, tends to resonate on this side. I don't know why. But whatever. So let's get into this. The current situation. I have the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse. So, somebody's wanting a new beginning for their happiness. Yet, not really in a position to provide it. Okay? That's the situation. So, who's on the table here? Person A. At the head of your foundation, you have the Eight of Cups. Below that, we have, let me double check this. Yep, the Tower in reverse. We also have the Two of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Coins in reverse. And that's 3 reversals, 1 card upright. Person A. Person A, you're walking away. You're trying to avoid some painful situation. Okay? So much so that you're not even looking into the future. You're not looking into the future at all. All you're thinking about is avoidance. Okay? And you're really not even trying to think about what you had invested in and what got you into this situation to begin with. Okay? And that's all right. When you go through something traumatic, it is what it is. So, let's check out the other side here. We got person B. Now, person B has the Nine of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the Magician upright, and the Five of Pentacles upright. Person B. Good grief. This is somebody ego-driven. This is somebody who overindulges, has unrealistic expectations. They're not in balance whatsoever. They're currently being left out in the cold by person A, but they're trying to manifest their asses off, all right? Person B is really wanting to manifest, but they're wanting to go about it in a manipulative, ego-driven kind of way. That's not going to work out well for them or you, my opinion. So, the recent past. We have the Chariot in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Gross. Just gross. So, in the recent past, there's no forward movement towards victory. There's no more sleepless nights, which is great, but you don't see anything positive coming in. This is, stuck, stagnant. Not so much seeing a way forward, but definitely not wanting to deal with something from the past. And where are we currently at? Person A, you've got judgment in reverse. Person A, you're trying to just forget. I don't know if you're trying to forgive and forget, but you're just trying to forget. There's been an injustice done to you, and that's still on your mind. And I don't think this was very recent. I mean, I think this was a while back. This is an ex. Somebody you really probably loved and had strong feelings for that broke your heart. You didn't see their BS coming. And person B has the magician, which is in their foundation. Person B's got the magician in their foundation. That's having everything they need to manifest something, and that's how they're feeling presently, which is interesting because, you can have everything you need. You can have all the tools, but if you're not using them right, it's not going to be very good. And when you're ego-driven, not in a very positive vibe, and you're doing things out of you're willing to lie and manipulate to make it happen. Yeah, you might have the tools, but you're not going to use them right. So what's going to happen if nothing changes here? Well, Two of Swords upright, not being able to make decisions with clarity. Five of Cups in reverse, so yeah, you're not going to be crying over spilt milk. And Temperance in the upright. So, it's kind of staying grounded and being in control, which doesn't sound too bad, except for the fact that, this blind indecision on being able to, make a decision. I mean, bro, person A, everything about you is in reverse except for walking away. You're trying to avoid a painful situation, which I don't blame you. We all do. But you also you're not really seeing a future, and you're not thinking about what you had already invested in. So, what's the advice here? Well, your advice, person A, is the Empress in the upright, the World in reverse. This is telling you. So, let me explain something. An Empress, all right, is intuitive, beautiful. An Empress is all the queens. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, all right? I resonate as a queen all the time. Don't mean nothing, all right? However, if you're not willing to speak your truth on a situation, if you're not willing to, it's like you're trying to close out a cycle, but you're trying to skip steps, okay? You can't do that. You can't just walk away. And in your heart, you know that. It's not just going to disappear, all right? Just because you went into a different direction, you can't run from your problems. People, you hear that expression all the time. But you're still wherever you go. Doesn't matter if you move halfway across the country. Those problems that are in your head, those things that scarred your heart, they're inside of you. They're with you. You understand? You got to get closure. All right? Now, an Empress will not tolerate bullshit. All right? An Empress doesn't chase anybody. Now, you're definitely walking away. So, yeah, you're in Empress mode, or, close to it. But you got this stagnant, meh kind of energy about you. And the reason why is because you're not vocalizing right from wrong. So let me explain something. A lot of people, all right, now this is just a vague example, but you'll get it. So let's say somebody, let's say your partner, you got a lot going on. You got family issues, work issues. You got things around the house that need to be taken care of, right? And then let's say your partner really isn't helping you out, or half-assed does something, you know what I mean, that actually kind of causes a burden to you. But you don't say anything, right? Because you know that you're stressed and you know that you got so much going on, you might overreact, right? So being mindful, you don't say anything. Well, guess what happens? 3 days later, 2 days later, a week later, whatever, something small happens, and then you end up blowing up about it, right? Well, you're blowing up over small things because you didn't address something that really bothered you. And here's the thing. If you don't let somebody know that their actions bothered you, exactly what they did and how they did it, that lack of communication doesn't help them or you, right? Don't assume that everybody has your ethics, that everybody has your moral compass, that everybody sees the world the way you do. You have to communicate what you feel is right from wrong, acceptable and unacceptable. And if you don't do that, you should never expect anything to change. So don't be too quick to close this out. It's not ready to close out yet. You need to speak your mind. If you follow your advice, you will be the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords knows the truth. Knows the truth. She'll let you speak your truth. And if your truth doesn't match what she knows to be true, she uses a sword and cuts you out. You understand? Sometimes you got to give a person the opportunity to be honest. Sometimes you have to express how you feel. You'd be amazed how much better you'll feel. That's your advice. Person B, not likely to watch tarot. Person B, your advice is the Ten of Pentacles upright and the Sun upright. Person B, you lie, you're ego-driven, you're manipulative. You need to ask yourself what your Ten of Pentacles is. And everybody likes to say Pentacles is money. It's not. So, person B, do you want trust? That's a Pentacle. Do you appreciate honesty? That's a Pentacle. Loyalty? Pentacle. You need to figure out what your Ten of Pentacles is. And you need to ask yourself how you define happiness. Okay? And you need to ask yourself if you're capable of giving and receiving what you define as happiness and what you define as a Ten of Pentacles. All right? And the result, if you follow the advice, is the Hermit in reverse. That's getting out of your head, your ego, right? Because that's your problem. You're all ego. This person does not have intuition. This person likely does not speak the truth. Likely doesn't cut people out either. Keeps them around for whatever reasons. No equal give and take with this person. That being said, and it's ironic too, because if you add up the advice cards and subtract their foundation, you actually end up with the Justice card. Interesting. And, you know, for person A, you actually get the Star card if you add these up and subtract this. You know what I mean? Healing. Having hope. You're lacking that right now. You're walking away from things out of fear. And you're lost because of it. And you're not looking at what you've invested in. You need to look at it and you need to ask yourself, what's good? You need to heal. Your advice is to be the Empress. So at the very least, you're likely pre-Empress. You know? So just saying. And I'm not saying that this is a bad person over here, but they've got some bad tendencies. And right now, they're left out in the cold and they're trying to manifest their way right back into your life. And it looks like you're just trying to dodge a bullet over here, person A. You don't even want to deal with it. Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't deal with it, it's not going to be the results you're hoping for. And guess what? You're not doing this person any favors. Every interaction, every relationship you have, it's meant to better you. It's meant to better them. All right? I'm just saying. You're not doing this person any favors by keeping your thoughts to yourself. So, my advice, Leo, is don't be too quick to end this cycle out. All right? It ain't done yet. You need to speak your truth. You need to give this person a chance to speak their truth. I mean, they're manifesting their ass off to get that opportunity. Give it to them. Give it to them. If nothing else, you can let them know exactly how you feel about what they did. Don't assume that they should know. They don't. They don't know. If they did know, right, they wouldn't have the magician twice. So, whatever this is, enough time has passed. You know, enough time's passed. But there's 10 of cups here. And I'm willing to bet this is your emotional fulfillment, or it was. This person's wanting a new beginning. I think you want a new beginning too, but you don't know how to go about it. Not so much with this person, just in general. Just in general. You know what I mean? And who knows? Maybe this person will surprise you. Maybe. But you know what? Don't just assume you know the answer. It's not that hard to find out. If you guys aren't living together, you know what I mean? And you're able to walk away, well, then what harm is there? You know what I'm saying? I have family members I don't care for. I'll still see them on holidays. You know? Even if they did me really wrong in the past, who cares? Because you know what? At the end of the day, you don't know where I live. You're not in my life like that. You can't hurt me. But it doesn't mean that I should hide from my whole family because they're going to be there. You know, that's kid shit. Be an adult. You know, you're definitely operating out of a place of fear. You both are, really. You're scared of, I don't know, maybe getting your heart broke again or dealing with this person's lies and manipulation. But you know what? I know you're not happy, all right? You're not happy. You're looking for clarity. This person can give it to you. It might not be truth and honesty. It might be, though. You know what I'm saying? Find out. Don't hide. If a tower needs to fall, give it an opportunity to fall. Two things that are unavoidable. Death and change, all right? Those are the two things we all fear. We're all scared of our own mortality, but none of us get out of this world alive. And we're all scared of change. You know? Change is scary. And it is. But guess what? It's unavoidable. That being said, you might as well trust your gut. Trust that you have the knowledge, the intellect, the ability to handle whatever situation comes in front of you. Especially when it comes to this person. You know who this person is. You're aware. You can discern right from wrong, left from right, up from down. They're not going to fool you. All right? That being said, what do you got to lose? A tower falling? Maybe getting some direction in life? Maybe thinking about what you've invested in? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, Leo, this is your December read. And you know, I wish I had better for you. I mean, you're not in a terrible way. I think the worst is actually behind you. I don't think this tower is a big tower. I really don't. I just think you've gone through a few big towers that you don't want to deal with another one. But you know what? We're coming into a new year. So if you're going to close this year out, close it out right. Okay? Be an empress. Embody everything. You're wise. You have the ability to be an empress. But you need to speak your truth, okay? You'll feel better. It's all you got to do. Simple advice. This person, you know, honestly, this is just somebody who's in their head a lot, trying to figure out how to make shit happen. But you know what? They don't listen to their gut. They don't have, you know, intuition. This person flies blind. It's all in the head. I'm surprised the Seven of Swords isn't out here, honestly. But you know what? You got this, Leo. You're strong. Very strong. In fact, that's your card. But right now, I have a feeling, you know, I think you're lacking some strength. But you have it. You have it. So, turn that frown upside down. Don't be scared to let some anger in, all right? Anger is a powerful tool that if you control it is beneficial, all right? So if you need to get a little pissed off and think about the past and what's happened, give this person some clarity on it. You know what I mean? Maybe they just don't know what lies and manipulation worked and didn't work. You know? Maybe this person needs a reality check that you can give them. So, you know, your advice is to give it to them. So that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And maybe I'll probably do another reading before the end of the year. But I love you guys. Take care.